Good. I don't know what that means, but the game told me to say it. How's everybody doing? I'm Havage. Yep, we got one more episode coming at you today. This is the one where we hope to wrap up granite procurement and um, get ourselves set up to do more of the building. We've already got a double chest of polished blackstone ready to go, and would like to have about the same here of granite, and we'll have to see how far that gets us with the full build, but it should definitely get the floor done. So, of course, each of these is a half of a double chest, so we're already a bit beyond with the granite, but I'd like to just top this off so we have, basically a row or so. So not much more work to go here, but uh, we'll keep pushing a little bit. Let's go up to this higher level. I haven't been up here yet. See what it's got in the way. That's dirt. That looks like dirt. Where's your gravel at? Gravel. Stop saying gravel. Where's your granite at? Is that really dirt? That is really dirt. Enderman. Dirt, 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 granite. So yeah, one more episode. I appreciate anybody who's hanging out and been watching these. We are probably going to end up back at the base for a good part, just sorting through the blue chests that have extra, and then we'll polish up the granite that we have gotten. And I don't know that we'll actually get to much building. We'll see. Um, since I haven't really had much more than a few minutes between each of these videos, I haven't done any more thinking yet about what that internal pattern might look like, and that will probably wait anyway. Once we get this last triple section of granite done and um, established, we'll probably do the. Ooh, we are low on torches too. That may be our determining factor here. Is that granite? That looks like granite. What are these torches? This was an important pathway at one time. Um, yeah, get the portals up and lit. Follow them to the overworld and doing the expansion of the portals on the far end so the gas can fit through. All that stuff will be necessary, and just seeing where they're going to end up too. And creating little containment yards, if you will, around them so that the ghasts can't wander off too far while we're following it through the portal. Get in there. That last hole is the one that turned into real trouble. All right, now let's go around here. The rest of this. Oh, good payoff. Always nice when you have to climb an extra staircase to find that it keeps going. Everybody, get you. We'll keep an eye on the pick there too. Don't want to waste it. There. Would be a little better, I think, if I could avoid the mishits when my pick is getting worn out. Still got lots of room. Ah, how did I... Must have clipped the key. Boop, 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 boop. Awesome. Awesome. That's kind of everything. Just throw one of our remaining torches up there. Oh, we don't have a full row yet, though, do we? Okay, this is where we came up into that area. Okay, that's not dirt. How many of the rest of these are looking like dirt, but not really dirt? Hope a lot. Dirt, dirt, dirt. Now I'm double checking though. Like I said, getting tough. I can take all of that right around the area, but see how we did. One stack. Is that... It's probably enough to go, right? Our pick is worn. We're almost out of torches. Frannie, it's been real, bud. Give you some more sticks. I know, there's not going to be many. We gotta get going, though. We gotta hit the road. You hold down the fort here for us. I don't know how many of these. One emerald, 5 arrows. Yeah, that does it. We only get a partial stack anyway. Alright, we'll take the emeralds. Frannie, you're the bomb. Alright, off we go. Did it again. Fortunately, no price to be paid. It's not quite as high traffic for the lava slimes down at this side as it is by our base. Remember that time when we were all in there breaking basalt? Just to get at the blackstone. Sunset. The green boxes we can pretty much leave untouched and just take them on up. Polish them in our inventory, right? These... we do this stuff first. That was easy. What? I guess I'd put them all out. Whatever. Makes for a quicker unload. Yeah, always be looking at the positives. Spider eye, flesh, gunpowder, flesh where it can actually go in. It helps if you look at the box instead of just your own inventory. Dirt, diorite. I know it's here. Andesite, andesite, and then a bunch of stone. Some basalt? Was that really what that was? No. No, it wasn't. Deep slate. Alright. Emeralds will go upstairs. These are all really empty, right? Yeah, that didn't take much time at all. I'm amazed. Emeralds and arrows. Maybe we'll even get a sleep. I don't know. That felt very weird walking there. Not bad, considering we weren't really trying. There we go. More of our fancy arrows. Someday we'll make an arrow box. Last thing we want to do is swap out our picks. Pick that up. That back. Go there. Alright, we're off. we sleep? I think we slept. Yeah, we slept. I had a sip of my drink. We gotta go to the scaffold. All right. So, as I recall, we've got the better part of 2 rows. Well, we have two outer rows and then a little bit of the third row of the granite to put into place. It's kind of a first job. We'll see how much of our remaining time in this episode that takes, and where we end up for materials once all that's done. So, was it this side? I think we'd finished. Yeah, we'd finished clear. Oh, we don't even. Mess. Go. Alright. Now we can go back around. And we'll just get this ring done first and then do these other two wherever we can. Watching for the holes, of course, all the rest of it. That ended smoothly. Alright. Oh, we didn't get more torches. Shoot. And we were set up to do... Hold that rant. And we return him to center. Oh, but no, no tier. The torch thing's really good. I don't think we have any in the goodies box. Come on. Though maybe we don't need him at all, right? Didn't we do the torches on this far end? This was the last little bit we had of that row. So maybe we're good. That would be... That's kind of just resounded. Alright, well, we'll do as much as we can before we have to go back to base. Run an errand that I just stupidly forgot. We are cruising, though. This is, what we need to do is swap just enough of this so that we don't automatically pick up and start placing. Oh, hang on. Woo! Netherrack as soon as our hand empties. If we don't do that too often, then we should. Nope. You to there. This hopefully will get us done. So we don't have to deal with that particular little nonsense again. Two blocks to fix. I don't think I want to have to come all the way back, so I'll just plop that. Hopefully, it's so short now. It surprises me how quickly we're like, oh, okay, we're good. These will be little mini sections as well. And we didn't even fall into a hole. Yet. Still time. Seems safe. We got this. So in answer to my earlier question, this is by far the most of this granite I've ever used for anything. And I kinda like it. It's giving me a salmon-y impression. I love salmon, so that's good. There we go. Oh, we haven't done torches over here yet, have we? And this is a particularly dark little area. Let's use our 2 as effectively as we can. So this is pretty great. If we get through all of this with just the granite we had in hand, I feel a lot better about our chances of getting finished with what we've gathered. Be a really bad idea, but it's fast. And hey, we didn't plummet. Oh, look at how much we got. Hi, Ghast. There is one there. So this is, well, we got to go back for torches anyway, and I think while we're back we'll grab obsidian to do the portals. When we do that, I think we'll maybe raise the roof, so to speak, on this whole section. And that may get a little bit exciting, but other than just now what am I going to do with all this, though? Yes. Let's switch colors so that we have... This is polished, the rest is still raw. This can go back with us. We need torches. We need obsidian. Let's go. This is more what I was thinking we were going to be doing with inventory sort and all that, but hey, we got a row done. We are technically there. I'm wondering, like, one point or the other, we're going to have to switch from the solid rows, right, to whatever the pattern is. Do we make a continuation of the outer ring that was black, just to kind of wrap that up and have it be balanced, or do we... I don't even need repair on this. You just stay there. We'll get you on the way back. You know what I mean? Like, we started with black, we got the rows of pinkish. Do we then go back to black to finish everything up and then do the pattern? Or do we just start the pattern right here? Kind of think I'd like some black, but I don't know if it should just be another single row or if it should be bigger than that. Of course, the blackstone is the one that's a little tougher to come by. Oh, I forgot the obsidian. Don't forget the obsidian on the way back. We gotta make torches. Hey, kitties. Top that off. Alright. Yeah, we got one, so might as well bring it. Not have to dig out a shulker box. We got about half an episode left. Not quite, but that's enough to have some kind of craziness with one portal. Wah! Wah! I don't really want to hit him. Just in case. Better have 2 than 1. Zoop. I knew he was still out here. I got obsidian, right? I got flint and steel. And I got torches. One thing I guess we should think about is what we want to do in the overworld for these kind of receiving areas for the ghasts, right? Okay. What colors or materials we want to use for those? Maybe nether. I was gonna say maybe netherrack, but that is not ghast blast resistant, so that wouldn't work real well. And this time, I think I would like to particularly this first one, make it a bit more decorated because it's going to be at least within the vicinity of our base. Um, kind of for comparison, think about where the end portal and fortress was, which isn't dramatic. It's kind of across the river and down towards the mountains to the west of our base, but line of sight, it's all right there. Um, I just took back all the netherrack, didn't I? Let's do. This will all get replaced as the wall anyway, but I need some to start just in case, the first point that I aim upward has lava in it. I do wish that at times that would still just drop stuff. All right, so we are aiming up and clearing our roof. I was thinking I'd bumped in, and I may have clipped it, bumped into the edge of the portal, but that's actually going to be on this row. Now, what I was talking about, it's not entirely a bad thing if we have uninvited uh, early arrival ghasts, because they'll just help blast out netherrack. We can kind of run around and dodge their fireballs, and as long as they're kind of on a level with us, they'll go up and into the walls. And since we're eventually going to frame all this in, no biggie there. And I know we do a lot of this gathering. I'm gonna toss some of these. Just we got. We're working on our 11th, I think, double box of netherrack, and we've already already used bricks on one build, so yeah. So we're going to do these 5. Okay, so got all that, and I'm gonna do this as well. So we got 4, 6, 7 blocks up, and I think our portal is going to sit. And this is what these can go flush on here. This is all going to be perfect. We could have been 1 block higher with our floor, but I guess that's where the stairs ended or whatever. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the next one up. So this is the first uniform. So we got 1 uniform layer of netherrack above, and we're going to hang our ceiling on that. Um, and I'm just adding the extra blocks here to try to avoid any misplaced obsidian. For the rest of the ceiling, I mean, we can jump and then stick and move backwards and all that good stuff. That'll be just fine. Oh, dang it. But we're not even going to start with the ceiling. That, I don't know, we'll see what we've got, what we want to do about lighting and that kind of stuff. But this is going to be a perfectly big enough portal to accommodate ghasts. In fact, it's 1 short of the biggest portal we can make. Now the height can be more, but it is as big as it gets on width. So, boom, we got a big portal. Look at it, how pretty. So now we go through. I didn't bring a bed or anything, so who knows where we're going to end up in the middle of the night. Oh, we're in the day. We are over the ocean, up high. Okay. This is actually a pretty good spot. I'm not real wild, I don't think, about having it up here, though. So what's our... -6, -1846. I don't have like any old school pen and pencil. Hang on a second here. Just gonna do a clean notepad. -6, -18, -1846. And that is... Okay, so 5 is the 5 is the actual block. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, don't go through. We just don't want to lose this as we drop. We can't quite see the base, I don't think, but I believe that's all the woods that extend over towards our base and we're kind of built onto the side of. So this is kind of a nice little water cut between the various sections. So we're just going to ultimately break the block we're standing on. Try not to leave. Seriously, the one that was 2 away jumps back up to me. I already see dolphins, so I'm sure there's all of our obsidian is all over the place. There's one. All right, -5, -1846, right? Cool. There's another obsidian. So now, I think we can just go right on water level. What do I do here? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's tough to see the blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that seem even? It's got to be 4, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Portaled up. So this is a 9 wide, and it just has to be big enough to accommodate them, but I'll just go here. Um, I'm not wild about using any of those. What do we have that we could? I guess maybe I should light that and just go back through for the night. It's quicker to get to the base. We can always netherrack just a little walkway around it until we figure it out. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so those are now linked. What are we at time-wise? 45. We got 15 minutes, I think. Weren't we at about half? So let's go try to get this done on the other side, too. We haven't done anything to finalize the overworld side, but if we can get both the portals up and linked, that's something, right? I'm going too fast. It's probably going to be sloppy. Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Haste kind of wastes time in this one. You can move pretty steady as long as it's not just full speed. And even then, I got most of them. It's just having to backtrack that slows us down probably more than a change of pace. Alright, this is going to be the one where we bump our shins. You guys ever do that? Like, catch a coffee table in the middle of the night or the edge of your bed? Ooh, it's like stepping on Lego level pain. The other one that's just awful. I mean, like, you're talking like you're not even really hurt, much less injured from it, so it's no big deal. And they kind of equate to funny bones, right? Maybe a little bit more. I don't know if you guys have these same style door handles. Back in the day, it used to be all the door handles were round, right? Nowadays, they're kind of these like, I don't know. It's not really. It's like a flat curve kind of deal, right? So it sticks out. I'm looking at one. Kind of like if you're drawing like a picture of a seagull, right? It's kind of a gull wing look to it. And they come to not a point, but like a end at the end of that thing. I don't know. I just notice it when it happens. It's probably happened like 3 or 4 times in my life. You'd be walking down a hallway or something and not really paying attention, and you just your arms are moving as you're walking, and you catch the back of your hand on the end of those angled door handle things. Oh man, that's one that'll stop you in your tracks. And for anybody that's ever had like an IV in their hand, I did when I was a little kid. Had a ski accident and had to go into the hospital and stuff. And I was pretty little. I think I was in 3rd grade maybe when it happened. So fairly young, and just just before it happened, there was a kid in my class who broke his arm, and he had gone. It's that kind of age, and you're all telling stories about having gone to the hospital, right? Because it's a big deal when you're a kid. And he, oof. Let's see if I can do a better job of this one. Not yet. Oh, did the exact same thing. Dang it. Anyway, he'd broken his arm and came back into class, and I had the cast and everything. Ooh, everybody's all talking. But show and tell or whatever. He's telling about this thing. He's like, oh yeah, and they had to give me an IV when I was in the hospital, and it was this big needle or anesthetic maybe or something. It wasn't the IV needle. Um, it was like um, I don't know, Novocaine or lidocaine, whatever. As a kid, I didn't know anything, but he had said that they had given it a shot to, stop the pain or whatever. And he said, oh, the needle was huge and all this, and probably just, teasing the other kids. But I got my head pretty good, and I remember being in the hospital, and I was hurt, and you know, uh, doing my best to be a good patient and all that. But then, I probably had well, I know I had a concussion. Let's just face it. I had a big concussion. This was before the days of helmets and stuff and skiing. So yeah, I knocked my head good, and um, my the ski place was close enough to my house that they, they called my parents when they took me in on the sled and everything, and called my parents, and um, my dad was more able to get me to the hospital quicker than waiting for an ambulance to come. So they were like, yeah, just take him. We'll call ahead and whatever, let them know that the kid's coming and all this. So anyway, I'd gotten there, and I knew my dad was more scared than I was. Right? I didn't realize what that kind of stuff could mean or anything. I was like, oh, I can't go skiing anymore. And that night, right? Like that was my thing. Like, oh man, my ski day ended early and all that. He's like, yeah, we're going. I ended up staying overnight for observation and all that kind of stuff. But when they'd gotten me in, they're trying to clean up because I had a cut up on the above the eye too, and I think they were trying to clean that or whatever. And the lady's like, I'm gonna give you a shot for the pain, and I started freaking out. I'm sure she's like, "What just happened? This kid was fine. I didn't do it. I didn't say anything." We can combine these two. I'm gonna run out of time here. Go long probably, but we're close enough. Let's get this lit. Um, so yeah, they tried to give me this, a shot to make me feel better. Basically, like like you get Novocaine, the little injections in your mouth when the dentist is working on you, numb you up. They were going to do that so they could clean the cut that I'd sustained, and I was like not having it. Like no, no, no. And she, finally the nurse knew her business. I still remember it all these years later. She's like, "Oh, it's okay. You don't know. We don't. We've got," and like rubbed some kind of a cream on it. Probably didn't eat, just distracted me enough that she could do it, and I didn't even notice it. Um, but then they later when they'd done all the triage stuff, and I think I was into the room wherever I was going to be staying. Um, and they needed to give me an IV for fluids. It's kind of a hospital standard thing, I think. I don't think they, as far as I know, I don't remember. I'm sure my parents probably don't either. I don't think they were giving me anything in there other than just, saline hydration stuff. But it wasn't like I was on any sustained med package or anything, unless it was just painkiller stuff. But I remember after all that commotion with the what would have just been a tiny little injection for a painkiller. All right, well this will work. This one we can just kind of expand out. I think. But the trick here, the whole reason we're doing all this and I'm having story time is because because these portals are too small for the gas to get through. And we learned that the hard way. I'd never even gone through the portals in Slow Cooker. And I'd done this before, in the past. But I just hadn't, I'd probably done it, and it was such a non-event that I didn't give it much thought. So I'd been so focused on building the room with the YouTube audience. I was kind of like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then there. Water makes these so nice. All right, so we'll have to fill on here as well. And I suspect we've been here, but I don't really remember it. That seems kind of familiar. But how many how many different cut into mountains look like that? All right, there we go. We've got 2 linked portals ready to accommodate ghasts when they do come around. And now we can turn our attention to finishing up this room, at least the floor. Yeah, I think it'll have to be floor first, right? Because we don't want to be falling and can't really deal with a whole lot. The floor will help us kind of finalize out the pattern. We can then do kind of backstopped walls. And once we know the pattern, we can maybe replicate that into the walls to some degree to help make them nice. Probably won't put a whole lot of effort into the ceiling because we just don't have... it's just going to take a lot of resources until we get it figured out. The other pieces that set and everything with a jump is going to be a huge pain. To the point that it might actually be worth laying a full nether rack layer when we are doing the ceiling, just to keep things good. All right. Oh, we never did this. Now we're gonna go over because I'm putting torches down. But we need this. All right, I think that's full torched. It seems a little... I don't know. I don't mind a few mobs. It's so much better than having all those lava slimes the last time when I made it in the wrong biome. Do not use Basalt Delta for your Ghast Halls. Okay, this was all good. So we are pretty well styling. I think some amount of blackstone in the middle here is a good idea. But we may go a bit wider. Oh, okay. Sorry. One more thing we've got to do. I've got to get a count on what remains of this length. So, we are at negative 162. Come on, go. And this is negative 15. Oh, there. Yeah, a minute over already. Save and quit. Get out here and thank you. I'm trying not to forget those numbers. In fact, let's negative 162, negative 15. All right. Okay. So that'll give us our distance that we're working from. So I can try to come up with something that would fill that space in and kind of base that on filling in a little bit with a blackstone border. I think that would wrap up the sections of pink, and then we'll do stuff in the middle. So anyway, that is gonna do it. Um, in the next, we'll have a lot more building activity and fun going on. Try to make some more bigger progress. We've now got a pretty good stock of blackstone and loads of granite, and we'll use that to do our best to get this thing knocked out. So see you when we see you. You guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I've got a bunch of videos to get uploaded for you. So take care. Bye now.